Oh, I figured it out. You have to double tap it for it to record by itself. Hey guys, I'm back with you guys with another video. Kind of want to sort of give you guys like a little like update or just like a little briefing of like what's been going on. I had a couple of people that are, finding out or knowing about my journey as far as like what I got going on. And a couple of people have brought it to my attention that they were just a little scared for me to go through with this whole pregnancy journey. Only because I've been having like all the issues with like all the bleeding that I have been having, so everybody's like just a little bit scared, or the few people that, addressed it to me that they're just a little bit scared as far as like with the bleeding, only because they're like, hey, we don't want you to bleed out on the table, or, whatever the case may be. But my doctors, are well aware of what's going on, and they made me well aware that, of course, they're not going to put me in any type of position that's going to put me in a dangerous position. That's exactly why we're doing all of the testing that they're going to have me doing, just so we can get like a little better understanding as to sorry guys, I'm driving, as to why my body is, doing what it's doing, or why it's, bleeding outside of when it's supposed to be bleeding. That brings me till today. Today I had my iron infusion. Mind you, there's no bleeding. I'm actually on Pervera right now, which is to help me not to keep my lining thin so I don't bleed so much. So I'm actually currently at the moment, today is April 12th, I'm currently at the moment not bleeding at all. I just left my iron infusion though. And in the past I've noticed, because, ever since with this whole like PCOS and journey that I've been going on for the past couple of years, I kind of listen to my body a lot more than what I used to back in the day. So I kind of noticed that after I get my iron infusions is when my body starts going crazy with bleeding. So I don't know if it's too much iron being pumped into my body. I don't know if it's because my body is like, yes, I'm finally getting what I need, and it's just going crazy. I don't know. I brought it to the doctor's attention. They said they haven't really had many people speak on them bleeding afterwards, like getting iron. They had a couple people say like, they've had, heavier menstruals, but not so much bleeding due to the iron. So, hey, I may be that first person that's gonna, be the one that, hey, this is the side effects after getting iron. I could be that one. So I just left my iron infusion, just got pumped up. Was a little annoyed because my veins are over it. I've been doing iron infusions for the past 2 years. So my veins are pretty much just over it, and my veins are gonna be over it as comes in these next couple of months, as when I'm getting all this blood work done for trying to get this little baby nugget developed, this little baby Pooh Bear. So she stuck me 4 times. The last time, well, they stick you 2, and then after the 2 times they have to ask you like, are you okay being stuck again, or do you want to go ahead and reschedule? No, I don't want to reschedule. I already had to reschedule due to my last iron infusion I had got a couple weeks back. My bleeding has started up, so I kind of believe that it's pointless to get iron done if I'm bleeding. So no. So I had canceled my appointment, and then it took them forever to call me back. So I finally got scheduled for this week. So she's like, yeah, do you want to reschedule? No, lady, I don't want to reschedule. I want to get this done and over with so I can see if this is going to help my numbers go up. So no, we're going to figure this out. You can go ahead and stick me one more time. And she had got me in, my right arm is my good arm. My right arm is like, has the most amazing veins. My right arm is the arm that they always use. So now I have scar tissue on my veins. So when they are trying to now do IVs on this arm, it's hard because the needle is trying to go through so much scar tissue. So she had got it through, but every time the medicine tried to get to the vein, it would stop. So she was pushing on my arm. Every time she would push on my arm, the medicine would flow through. So she's like, I'm going to try one more time. She's like, but if I can't get it after this 4th time, she's like, we're going to have to reschedule. I said, if we can't get it out the 4th time, there's no need to reschedule. I'm just not doing it because this is just crazy. But lo and behold, look at the Lord. She was able to get it on the 4th one. She got it. So I got stuck 3 times on the left, 1 time on the right. When she went in for the 4th one on the left, she was able to get it. My iron runs about 45 minutes. And then I have to sit there for like 15 minutes afterwards just to make sure I'm not having any reaction. So far over the past 2 years of me even doing iron, I've never really had a reaction, thank the Lord. So they just monitor you just to make sure you don't have anything going on. But yeah, I just wanted to come to you guys with that, just because it was just brought to my attention that a few people were a little bit, weary of me going through with, having a baby and also having all this bleeding, because, also having a baby, there's a lot of blood that comes to when you have a baby. Whether I'm having a vaginal birth or I have a C-section, there's a lot of blood either way. So they were just a little bit on the, making sure that part is going to be taken care of, because of course, you wouldn't want to leave little baby Pooh Bear out here, without a mother. If it's God's willing, then that's what happens. But, that's definitely not what we want to happen. My doctors all made me well aware that, they're going to be checking my iron and my hemoglobins throughout the whole pregnancy. So, there is chances that I'm going to probably end up getting iron throughout my pregnancy as well. So, they're going to definitely, I have to follow with my hematologist throughout the pregnancy. She was literally just talking to me about that at my appointment that I had with her on Wednesday, because I had to actually get a medical clearance from her stating that I can go through with having a baby. So I had to get a medical clearance paper filled out from her, and she says that she is okay with it. She's all for it. We kind of know that the bleeding is due to the PCOS, so it's not like it's an unknown factor as to why I'm bleeding. So she's okay with letting me proceed with it, and that they'll just follow me, monitor me much more closer during the pregnancy, and just make sure they keep an eye on my numbers. She's like, of course, if your numbers get too low during your pregnancy, we'll give you iron infusions. If your numbers are too low during time to give birth, you'll possibly have to get a blood transfusion. But she's like, of course, we'll address that as that comes, if it even comes. She's like, you never know, I might get pregnant and my body does a total opposite, and it's going to be good with iron. My blood levels are going to be good. You know what I mean? And even my doctor at the fertility clinic, he was just saying, at least once we get you pregnant, we can have at least 9 months that you don't have to worry about, bleeding, or we cannot, have to be worrying about anything of that sort. So it was definitely brought, a lot of people are a little bit worried about it, but, I'm leaving it in God's hands. He has the last say so, and I'm putting all my faith in him, and I'm going into this whole situation with all positive thoughts, positive energy around me. I don't really have time for anybody with negative energy to be around me, and if they feel like they have anything negative to say, they should keep it to themselves or just don't even bring it to me. During this time, I just don't got time for that, and if I feel like you're bringing anything negative to me, I'm gonna remove you. And that's just what that is. During this time, these next couple months to a year, because who knows, it can go from a month to a year for me to get everything started. But I don't need any of that negativeness being brought to me. So I don't want to make this video too long. I'm already going on freaking 9 minutes of talking. But I just wanted to bring that up because, it was brought to my attention, by a few people. But I'm very grateful that, that they're worried, that they care. But I'm good. I got, my hematologist. I got the fertility clinic. I go to my OB. She's freaking great. But I also will, once I do get pregnant, I will start going to a high-risk OB. So then they'll definitely be taking, precaution with everything. So, like I said, I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm so many mixed emotions with this whole process. But, I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? So guys, I just realized I didn't finish that last video, ending it. But yeah, so just to sum it up, I'm excited for this journey. I'm excited to bring you guys along on this journey. Thank you for all that's been checking in and texting and sending their thoughts and their prayers and their wishes. All their baby dust this way. Thank you very, very, very much. But yeah, till the next video. Love you guys. Bye.